angels waging war in the unseen realm. Global events fulfilling biblical prophecy. Eternal life. What lies beyond mortality? From analyzing the paranormal from a biblical worldview to the discussion of cutting-edge science and technology, conspiracy, discovery, special investigative reports. Unafraid to explore the challenging issues facing humanity. Welcome to another edition of Skywatch TV.
It's really remarkable, but the first set of campers who attended Whispering Ponies Ranch, the royal family kids, all celebrated their birthday on exactly the same day. Welcome to Skywatch TV. I'm Derek Gilbert. Joining me on the panel as we continue our discussion of what God is doing through you for children who desperately need the help. Skywatch TV's CEO, Tom Horn.
Hi.
The lady behind the ponies at Whispering Ponies Ranch, Nita Horn, and the CEO of Skywatch TV, Joe Artis Horn.
Hi, Derek.
Welcome again. So the birthdays, we didn't get the chance to talk about that last week, and I know we want to talk about what you are going to do to recognize the people who have sponsored the ponies at the ranch, but we need to talk about the birthday celebration. That's really cool.
Some of these little kids don't ever get their birthdays remembered, and there are some of these kids that have never had a birthday celebration.
And for people who might not have seen last week's program, Royal Family Kids is working with children in foster care between the ages of 9 and 11, children who are in foster care because of some failing on the part of their parents who have not provided for them in the way that most of us try to provide for our children.
And so there are several of these kids that have never had a birthday celebration. So what the Royal Family Kid Camp leadership do is they give a big old birthday bash. And it's amazing because each little of these kids get a special gift. But beforehand, they get to go somewhere and all the little girls dress up in all these frilly little dresses. And they're all decked out with everything, fingernail polish, whatever they want to do. And the little boys likewise. Now, this is an amazing story. Likewise, the little boys, they have their little bow ties and their little jackets, and it's just really fun to see it happen. But then the boys are at the facility, and then when the girls arrive, they get to ride in this. Some camps do limousines. On our farm, we did this big, giant carnival wagon. And anyway, they get to the place where the little boys are, but the girls, as they get down, the little boys have to be a gentleman and help them off. So there's this distinctness in their role. I love it so much. Anyway, these little boys will help these little girls get down, and they escort them into the dining room where all the goodies and all the toys and gifts and stuff are. And they have one big celebration. And it was really fun because we got to be a part of that. And I mean, it was just fun.
Yeah, and the big circus wagon that we bought, you know, we have, coming in 2018, we have a team of big horses, right? And so either me or Joe or somebody will be dressed up all dapper, right? And they'll literally drive them from the lodge where they get to put on all their fun clothes with their counselors and drive them over to the place where their big birthday party is being celebrated. But on the last program, you had said that you know, you and Josh and all of the media team, you didn't get to experience the event because you're over here making television so that we can work with the camp. But a little secret for everybody out there they should know is that Derek and Sharon actually contributed some of the money that went for buying the birthday gifts that then were used during the camp. And the kids never knew that. God knows it, right? And nobody asked you to do that. You just did it. And it is, isn't it? It's because if you get around what's happening with these royal families, it gets in your heart, right? Because now you're seeing these children not having a birthday is the least of their problems, right?
Yeah.
But they want to make it fun, and they make this big event around, and it's a very cool part of it. Now, we're going to talk in a moment about the upcoming conference in Oklahoma City. You're going to be speaking there. You can tell us about who some of the other speakers are that are going to be there. But during that conference, if there are people who have sponsored a pony, and if you want to know more, you can go to skywatchtv.com. Right up on the top, there's a link there. You can click on it, sponsor a pony. You can pick a pony. You can sponsor that pony. Until recently, it has just been a $1,000 donation for a horse, but lots of people have asked if they could make monthly payments on that, and so now we're doing that too. If they want to make a monthly payment on that, But for the people who sponsor a pony, your registration to the Oklahoma City Conference is paid by me and Nita. We do need you to RSVP, so we are sending out both an email and also a letter from us that you'll be receiving in your mailbox that has a little paper in it that you can RSVP to make sure you let us know that you're going to be there. Your registration will be paid, as well as we're going to provide a banquet during the conference where Nita and I will be in there. Nita's going to speak in that banquet. I'll speak. The president of the Royal Family Kids Camp will be there. And so the banquet is also no cost, and it is exclusively for those who sponsor a pony during the conference. And then one third thing, starting in 2018, we're going to have 2-day retreats on the grounds of Whispering Ponies Ranch. We'll have the lodge ready by then. We'll have overnight accommodations for enough people, food service, everything will be provided. If you are a pony sponsor, you're going to receive an invitation to attend this pony sponsor only event, and it's going to be really cool. You'll get to meet with the staff of the Skywatch. You'll be on the grounds. If you want to participate in something that is there, whether it's a zip line or a swimming pool, we'll be coordinating all of that for you while you are there. But in addition to that, we should have our brand new studio by then.
Yes.
Now, most of our listeners don't know that we bought a new building, right? And we're going to be building a very large studio. We'll continue to use this studio for the daily news updates, but the big studio is going to allow for many more people. We'll also be launching the women's program, and we're hoping to have that in place so that by the time the first pony sponsor retreats happen on the grounds of WPR, you will also be able to come over and see and sit in the audience and be part of a live filming. We're also going to be coordinating at Morningside with the Jim Baker program, so we'll bus people over there. Maybe Derek Gilbert will be up there doing a program with Jim Baker, and we all get to be part of the audience. But anyway, keep a lookout for that. For those of you that have sponsored ponies that are helping us build the Whispering Ponies Ranch, you're going to get to visit, you're going to get to see it all, you're going to get to realize how much a part of this family you already are and how much you're helping us in this worthwhile and worthy ministry to these children.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing to be a part of. And as an added bonus, of course, the conference in Oklahoma City, which is October 13th through the 15th this year, features 33 speakers, including of course, Gary Stearman from Prophecy Watchers, our good friend Gary, L.A. Marzulli, Rabbi Jonathan Kahn, Bill Salas, Dr. Randall Price, the discoverer of the 12th Scroll Cave at Qumran.
And aren't you going to be with Dr. Price here right after the first of the year in Israel?
We're going to contact him about that. We're going to be in Israel next May. Sharon and myself, along with Dr. Michael Heiser and Mike's wife, Drina, are leading a tour of Israel in May that will coincide with the 70th anniversary of Israel's independence. In fact, we're going to be in Jerusalem on the 70th anniversary, which is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Well, Randall did tell me in an email he would meet with you, so I'm pretty confident you'll set that up.
Yes, we're going to get in touch with Randall, and Dr. Price will hopefully be able to show us exactly where they found that 12th cave. Of course, Tim Alberino, Brent Miller Jr. and Sr., who are recently on Skywatch TV. Fascinating father-son team. Dr. Tommy Ice, an expert in end times prophecy. Our good friend Dr. Michael Lake. Colonel Bob McGinnis will be there as well. So it's a real interesting mix. Filmmaker Tim Mahoney, who did the excellent Patterns of Evidence film, on which is what I really enjoy, being kind of a history geek.
And then on the downside, I'm also going to be speaking there. And Josh Peck is going to be speaking there. You're speaking there. I think Sharon is.
Sharon will be speaking there as well. So it's going to be a really fascinating group of people. I mean, more people than you can see live, which is why they've got the DVD sets available afterward. But and of course, then for the sponsors of the ponies at Whispering Ponies Ranch, the dinner to recognize them. And we're going to talk about how Whispering Ponies Ranch has been recognized by Royal Family Kids, which is really remarkable considering that this is just a brand new venture for this sister ministry, if you will, of Skywatch TV. When we come back, we'll tell you a little bit more about how you can support the ministry, the ponies at Whispering Ponies Ranch, who they go through a lot of feed and need a lot of care, but it's all worth it, and a little bit more backstory on the CEO of this whole operation. straight ahead on Skywatch TV.
I've said many times that I have no idea how I wound up where I am. But when I look over the course of my life now, I can see the hand of God was in it from the beginning.
You know, many people have followed my father's professional career, but very few know the story of how God took a small, barefoot child in the desert and brought him into the life and ministry that we all see today. In his teens, he would retreat out to the desert sands all by himself and lie down under the stars. And he would wonder about things like the universe. Was there a God? You know, he didn't know. But what he did know was that mere science and mathematics were never going to explain the vast cosmos up above him. But one night, he died, and my mom literally came in and found him lying there cold as stone. And the answers that he'd been looking for finally started to come like a flood.
Learn the true life story of how Tom Horn cheated death 3 times. Met with a dark spiritual entity who fled at the mere mention of Jesus Christ. And the events that led him to take on difficult subjects that the church avoided in order to become a fisher of men.
It's surreal to think that God chose me, of all people, to write the things that I've written and speak the things that I've said. But each of us leaves a footprint. This is why I've chosen now to share my story. It's not about me, it's about tomorrow's leaders. My life proves that God can and will use anyone.
For the first time ever, my father, Dr. Thomas Horn, tells his amazing personal story in the new biography, The Boy from El Mirage. Walk with him from his adventurous childhood through his colorful teens and all the way to the miracles that led him into full-time ministry. You'll learn how God impassioned my father with a heart to reach the lost, and in particular children who are looking for hope beyond life's circumstances. This includes the creation of Whispering Ponies Ranch, a special place that he and Nita Horn are building where children who need a second chance in life are given the opportunity to experience the love of Jesus firsthand. Now you can take part in that ministry effort by supporting Whispering Ponies Ranch with your donation of $20 or more for the Building Hope special offer. In this limited time collection, you'll receive Dr. Thomas Horn's never-before-released biography, The Boy from El Mirage, founder of the Royal Family Kids organization, Wayne Tesch's book, From Despair to an Heir, Reviving the Heart of a Child, A Legacy of Hope, Stories from Royal Family Kids, Nita Horn's memoir, No Fences, and the full-length award-winning motion picture DVD, Camp, inspired by the true stories of Royal Family Kids. Offered separately, these items hold a value of over $90. But we want to send these love gifts to you now when you donate $20 or more to help provide these little ones with new smiles and life-changing experiences. These are lives changed entirely because of you, and we thank you in advance for helping transform the lives of hurting children and adults, one therapy pony at a time. The Building Hope special offer is available now for a limited time at skywatchtvstore.com or by calling 844-750-4985.
Welcome back to Skywatch TV. You can take us with you in your pocket, smartphone, tablet, whether it's Android, iOS, the iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, Amazon Kindle Fire tablets. The Skywatch TV mobile app is a free download, and you can find the links to the app store of your choice at skywatchtv.com. Look in the top menu bar there where it says mobile app, and then download that. Every time we update a program, post one to the internet, you will get a notice on your device so you can watch it or listen as you choose wherever you are. We're back with Tom Horn, Nita Horn, and Joe Horn talking about Whispering Ponies Ranch and the partnership with Royal Family Kids. Tell us about that plaque, Nita, how that came to be and where you guys were when you got that. That is fantastic. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Well, so recently we went to the Royal Family Banquet in California. We didn't expect this at all. But they know everything that we're building and doing and how we're making this facility available for Royal Family Kids camps in basically a 3 to 4 state circle here. Available to them at no cost. And during the camp that we just concluded, we had how many? Maybe 6, 7 other camps from Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, that came and visited, and some of them now are coming back because they really love the vision of what we're doing there. They probably also really love that it doesn't cost them anything,
Well,
right?
sure.
Which allows them to bring more children, right?
That's the big.
So there's a real ministry aspect. But anyway, we were at the banquet. We didn't know they did this. They made this award that they gave us. Now, I'm reading this because I want the people that have sponsored ponies, that have helped us build the Royal Family facility, the Whispering Ponies Ranch, to understand what you're helping us do. Thank you for your hearts of hope. You are making moments matter for children in foster care. Whispering Ponies Ranch is where precious little dreams come true, right?
That's neat.
And so they had us stand up. They gave that to Nita and myself. And they're looking at Whispering Ponies Ranch in several ways right now. Number one, to become a training center for other people who want to have Royal Family Kids camps to come there to be trained by the national leadership. But the other thing that we're doing that they haven't seen anywhere else is the therapy horses. Nita has a process. She works with Lisa Mode, one of the people that's probably maybe the leader in the United States on training and certifying therapy animals. These horses are actually trained to be ministers, right? So that by the time they go through the 4 stages of training, they're safe.
Right.
There are particular ways in which we use them. And it's amazing, we've said it again and again, but it is amazing how children who are turned off by humans because of how they've been abused, and if you say to them, I love you, what they think is, no, you don't, you want to use me for something.
Right.
But when a miniature horse shows them love, they know there's no agenda.
Right.
They respond to it naturally, and it becomes a very powerful tool that the counselor can use. Now, Nita, do you want to tell them about driving the horses? And
Their driver's licenses. Yes.
We did. So we had some of our little more seasoned drivers all hooked up to their little cart, and first of all, we did a little training so that they understood what the horse is going to feel and how you don't do this. You want to just kind of like talk to them. You're talking. You're not yanking on them. Well, they get that. Anyway, we take them through this little pre-test, and then when they get on with the horse, they're with one of the staff, and so the staff member takes them around a couple of times until they're comfortable to take the reins. But these little kids will start, learning how to drive these little things, and at the end of it all, they all got to park underneath my Think Safety sign, which is if you're thinking safe and everything's safe, you're having fun. So that's what I tell them, you have to be safe first. Well, anyway, they park underneath there, and then we take their picture, and at the end of the week, all of these kids were presented with a little photo album, and they also received a little driver's license. Level 1, because there's going to be more to come.
Oh.
So maybe next time level 2 is they get to go outside of the arena, and we're probably going to build an obstacle course where they can learn to back up into things and drive over things, and we've got some really, really wonderful plans. So all of what he's got on for 218 also includes a driving course for the horses as well. Having said that, I just want to say that it wasn't just the kids that benefited from this. I saw the counselors, when the kids were off doing other things and the counselors had them in it, some of them took drives on these little horses, and I had to coach them through it too. And to watch them understand what it means to back a horse. I mean, a couple of them I had to go, no, that horse is punking you. He knows better. That horse knows what you want. Tell the horse what you want, you know what I mean? because they're there to help these kids. They did not know that they were going to walk away also having learned something. So these horses, they are no respecter of who they can touch. I love them. That's why I call them whispering ponies, because they talk. If you listen, they'll talk.
So it's a whole new paradigm. It is a camp facility, a conference facility, but with the mix of therapy horses. They're getting something here that's dynamic, because very specifically these horses they're basically made by God to work with rural family kids, right? To help them get past their fears, to learn confidence. For a lot of these kids, maybe most of them, it's the first time they've ever even seen a horse, except for maybe in a picture, and now they're driving one.
Right.
What that does in their psyche, Joe, like a lot of the stuff that Joe taught and will be teaching. By the way, let me give you the quick rundown. For those that are sponsoring a pony, here's what you're also helping us to do. In addition to finishing the buildings that are at Whispering Ponies Ranch right now, by 2018 we want the multi-purpose gymnasium with the climbing wall built, an indoor swimming pool, the new lodge will be finished, climbing walls, zip lines, bicycle and prayer trails, miniature golf, an amphitheater for the music concerts that they will be doing there, a giant tree house that we're hoping Treehouse Masters is going to help us to build. The sports field will be finished. Anyway, this is going to be one of the nicest facilities these kids will have ever had the opportunity of going to, and the people that sponsor ponies are helping us to make that happen.
And of course, all of the pony sponsors at the banquet at the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum in October will get a chance to see the vision and hear a little bit more about this in detail, and be able to ask you and, the three of you, questions. How is this going to happen?
Right.
It is again, it's a remarkable thing. As I mentioned before, when we came out here, a lot of people thought Sharon and I were nuts, because I had a good job working for a really good multinational corporation. We're talking like $2.5 billion a year revenue corporation that treated us really well. But at the end of the day, while it was a good job working with good people, I got to meet a lot of people, interesting work, but 50 years from now, what will it matter? 50 years from now, these kids who have come through this camp.
That's right.
Well, it's so much so true, Derek, what you're saying, that I give you something else from the Royal Family banquet that happened while I was there. A week before the banquet, Wayne Tesh, the guy that founded the Royal Family Kids Camp, is visiting our property. He's riding around seeing what we're doing, right? And I tell him, I say, okay, well, I guess I'll see you in about a week from now and it's his banquet, right? At your banquet. And he said, no, I can't go this time. And I said, why? And he said, well, right here in Springfield, Missouri, he said, what was it, 11 years ago? Yeah, 11 years ago, in one of the camps, a little girl came up to me and she said, if I was to ever graduate from college, would you come to my graduation? Because she was the only thing this girl knew as a father, right? He said, if you graduate college, I will be there, right? Fast forward 11 years later, why could he not come to his own banquet? Because she was graduating here in Springfield at the same time his banquet. So we're at the banquet and they turn on a Skype and here's him and this girl. This young woman, they say, was the worst case of sexual abuse they have ever seen in Royal Family Kids camps. Now she just graduated college and she is an ambassador for the Royal Family Ministries.
That's amazing.
Going to different places and being able to talk to them. But that's the kind of integrity that is behind this ministry. A little 11 or 12-year-old girl, so many people would have said, I'll tell her anything she needs to hear and I don't got to worry about it. But Wayne Tesh, that founded this organization, gave his word, and his word was his bond. And 11 years later, he was there at her graduation. That's the kind of difference that Royal Family camps make. You're standing in the gap. 75% of everybody in prison in the state of California came out of foster care. 75%. So we're standing in the gap. We're fulfilling the book of James. We're ministering to the orphans and widows, which is defined as pure religion, right? And we're making the difference in lives of children that matter to God. He created them. Remember the little songs we'd sing in Sunday school, red and yellow, black and white? They are precious in His sight. And when we're doing this while the world isn't watching, The one that matters is watching, and the people that have helped us make this happen can know that they've sown seeds in ministry that does matter. It's real, right? It certainly isn't building my bank account, I can tell you, right?
Right.
So,
Well, you know, and that's something, and I don't mean this to come across the wrong way, but occasionally we will have folks who will comment to us that you folks at Skywatch, all you're doing is selling books and DVDs, and you know, ministry's not supposed to be about that because the gospel was given to us by our Lord free of charge, and that is true. But this is what the proceeds from those books and DVDs are going for.
Right.
To minister to these children who are coming out of broken homes, to break this cycle of abuse
Right.
and self-destructive behavior that results in prison, in gangs, in drug abuse, in child pornography, in prostitution. That's what your donations are going for. That's what these books and DVDs are going for.
Yes.
And we're trying to make them available, obviously, to inform, because I am proud to be a published author from Defender Publishing, which right now, to my mind, is the most cutting edge publisher. Josh, you would agree with that, would you not? The most cutting edge publisher in Christendom today, but that's where the proceeds are going for Defender Publishing, to Whispering Ponies Ranch.
well, and you know, and I don't like, you know, I always don't want to pat myself on the back. It just feels kind of funny to me. But the honest truth is, we put our money where our mouth is. We took all of our retirement income and put it back into this ministry. We are absolutely not getting rich. We don't draw the big, you know, people think, oh, well, they're probably drawing $1 million. No, we're not. We're not. We seriously don't. She and I don't even draw a salary.
I should show you the pictures of Tom when he was actually putting the texturing on the wall before they painted our office when we came here. Tom was back there doing that himself.
But I'm not trying to lift myself up. I'm just saying that if you contribute, know that we're doing it too.
Right.
And we really are partnering together to do something that is meaningful and that has an eternal value to it. And we so much appreciate the people that have come alongside us, sponsored ponies, helping this to take place, helping this to happen.
We would love nothing more than to see a banquet room just filled October 13th through the 15th, that weekend in October at the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum, sponsors of the Whispering Ponies Ranch Ponies. And
well, and if people want to know more, they can go to skywatchtv.com. Right up on the top, it says
Right.
sponsor a pony. They can
Thank
click on that. They can learn how they can do that, and then they can be part of that conference. But in addition to that, starting in 2018, in spring of 2018, they can start coming to the sponsor pony retreats on the grounds of WPR that is exclusive to them, and then they get to meet all you handsome people like Derek, right?
and see how we dress when we're not on camera. That'd be worth the price of admission right there. Well, no, it is truly an honor and a blessing to be a part of this team. And I've said that before, and I have no shame in saying it whenever I have the opportunity. And we are truly thankful for your support as well. With Tom, Nita, and Joe Horn, I'm Derek Gilbert. We thank you for watching as we keep watch. This is Skywatch TV.